We just getting started on the kickback. Jazzy Black, let's get it going.
And I am honored and privileged, one, because I got to be a part of history right here in our very own city, helping out and being a part in hosting the Miss Juneteenth pageant. But now I'm honored to have the queen herself in the building, Miss Madison, Corzine, everybody. Hey, Miss Madison, let me put some respect on your name. Not only are you Miss Juneteenth Fort Worth, but you are Miss National Juneteenth. Girl, what does it mean to take the city on your back and take us? We going around the world, Madison. Is that where we're going?
Yep, we're going around the world. And it's basically, it means taking all the young girls my age and below us who are wanting to be and wanting to have this opportunity. Absolutely. And giving them the platform to speak on their truth and speak on their issues.
Absolutely. One of my favorite things about hosting the Miss Juneteenth pageant was seeing all of you girls just be unapologetically yourselves. And let me just say that she came into the studio with that afro coming out of her crown. Do you hear me? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Along with Miss Juneteenth, we also have the grandmother of Miss Juneteenth, Miss Opal Lee, in the building. Thank you so much for coming to the beat, Miss Opal.
I'm delighted to be with you young people and realize you're all young if you're not 96.
Look, Miss Opal, I just turned 30 this year, so y'all gonna have to put some respect on my name this year.
Baby, baby. You got a long way to go.
Miss Opal, this is the first time that we are seeing a Miss Juneteenth now that Juneteenth is a national holiday. Mm-hmm. And for her to be from our city and to see this pageant start in your backyard has got to be just mind-blowing for you. Talk to me about your feelings when you saw that Madison was going to be crowned.
Oh, listen, I was humbled. I was so appreciative. In fact, I'm still pinching myself to see if it really happened.
Yeah. And we also have Miss Dion here. Miss Dion, you play such a big part in just pulling all the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm not even sure how to correctly title you. Miss Dion?
I am the executive director of Unity Unlimited
that makes
produces the Fort Worth Juneteenth festivities and celebrations along with my grandmother, Miss Opal, of which one of our programs is the Miss Juneteenth pageant. And so, and I will say it's the Miss Juneteenth DFW pageant. Because we are for the Metroplex. So all of the young ladies participating are from within our Metroplex community. So it's not just Fort Worth. We had to show the love across the Metroplex.
Yeah, and you know, to see this pageant grow and evolve, you know, you all have been doing this pageant for how long?
Well, since I've been doing Juneteenth with my grandmother, so it would be 7 years. But she did it long before then, because Marquita, who was one of our co-directors, was a part of the Miss Juneteenth pageant when she was a young lady.
Okay, so, wait a minute. Bam is in the building. Shout out to Bam. Marquita, you did not tell me that you were in the Miss Juneteenth pageant, too.
Yes. Only because I always focus on what's at hand. But yes, I was definitely a part of the Miss Juneteenth pageant in 1999.
Wow. Okay, 99 in the house. You hear me? And we have another one of our co-chairs here, Miss Anita. Miss Anita, talk to me about, you know, preparation and getting the girls, you know, coached and getting them ready. Because I've seen Toddlers in Tears, and it looks pretty intense. But the love and, you know, the nurturing that I felt there, it didn't feel as scary.
Yeah.
It actually made me, I was like, man, can I go back in time and be a part of the Miss Juneteenth pageant too?
Well, thank you, Jazzy, for asking. So Marquita and I are the co-directors of the Miss Juneteenth DFW pageant for 2023. And we also prepared Madison to get ready for her national competition. The name of my company is Prim, Poised, and Proper. I'm a certified social graces etiquette and image consultant along with the pageant coach. And so Madison and I worked closely together. We worked closely together on her makeup, her hair, her wardrobe, but mainly the focus was getting her platform out there, also working with her on her walk and her presentation, and also her interview skills. And Madison went out there and she did everything I asked of her. She never said I couldn't do it. She worked hard. She was determined. And that's why she brought the crown home as National Miss Juneteenth to Texas, to the DFW area where it belongs.
I know that's right. You can say that again. So we're gonna be right back and get into you know, what exactly does that coaching style look like? You know, the 2023 Miss Juneteenth pageant is going to be here next year. And Madison, you already, girl, you didn't came out swinging But you know, what does it take to be a part of this pageant? I want to hear from your experiences. Some words of encouragement for young ladies out there that might be looking to get into pageantry, but might be a little scared, or moms that are saying, does it cost so much money? So we're going to get into all of that and more right here on 97 out of B. As Black from the Kickback, and we are back with royalty in the house. We got Miss Juneteenth, the grandmother of Juneteenth, and the entire Miss Juneteenth DFW pageant committee and family in the building. So tell me, Madison, what are some of your initiatives as Miss Juneteenth Fort Worth? And are those the same initiatives that you have being a national Miss Juneteenth, or are they different?
Absolutely. So my focus and my platform for the pageant for DFW and the national pageant were the same, and it was equity and advanced education and breaking down barriers for that. And one of those barriers specifically in Fort Worth is period poverty. And the 76104 zip code, we experience the lowest life expectancy in all of Texas.
What?
And part of that is contributing because of period poverty. And so my organization, the Pragmatic Prodigies, provided over 20,000 period products to Morningside Middle School in that area. And those period products get dispensed all throughout the district, so those girls can go to school when they have their menstrual cycles.
Wow, Madison, that is phenomenal.
Thank you.
I actually don't even hear often about period poverty at all.
Right.
You know, and growing up, you know, you have different different programs might come out and talk to you, but period poverty, you know, that phrase, I've never heard of that. So thank you for educating me.
Absolutely.
Is there any way that, you know, people out in the city, if they listening right now, they say, well, we want to help and get involved, donate to your cause, can they reach out to you? And
Absolutely. So if you go on the Pragmatic Prodigies website, so pragmaticprodigies.com, and then you click the donate button, you can donate monetarily, or you can go to our Amazon store and then purchase period products that go straight to Morningside Middle.
Nice.
And then those products will be dispersed, and then we can help combat period poverty even more.
that's so cool. You so dope, Madison. You are so dope. Okay, now in addition to that, I know you're also doing some things with voter registration. Pretty big election coming up, and I've been trying to tell people, but I think it sounds, you know, a lot cooler when you got like a young person like yourself to kind of like back me up. So, you know, we got to get people out to the polls.
Right.
And I know you've been helping push young people go out to the polls as well.
Right. Our focus right now is getting high schoolers that are eligible to get able to register to go vote, because that demographic of 18 to 24 doesn't vote as much as the older generations.
Yeah,
And
it's
so-
like you're finally of age. You want to do
Right.
everything else when you turn 18. You should be excited to go to the polls.
You should be excited to go vote. And so
Right.
since I'm 16 and I can't vote, I find it really important to get my peers to be able to vote, because they're the voice of our generation right now.
Come on, Madison. You so smart. You so smart. We love to see it. Now, if you can remember, you know, in 2019, Miss USA, Miss World, Miss Teen America,
Miss Universe.
Miss Universe. Look, 'cause I wrote it down.
They were all
Miss
Supranational,
Miss Supernational,
Miss Universe,
Miss Universe,
Miss USA,
Miss USA,
Miss Teen USA,
Miss Teen USA,
and Miss Earth.
and Miss Earth were all black women. So we just gonna put that out into the universe right now, Madison, that we just gonna claim what we gonna claim. How about that? We just gonna claim what we gonna claim, because you're definitely in your way. Miss Opal, you know, you started your initiative to make Juneteenth a national holiday years ago. And now to be, you know, at the end of the tunnel and see the light, you still stand by. We've got more work to do. We're not done yet.
Well, let me tell you, there are too many disparities that we need to work on. We're going to take a breather and be proud that we've got Juneteenth a national holiday. But there is climate change that we need to work on. And then homelessness. And then housing. So many things that we need to address. And I don't know, I'm asking people to make themselves a committee of one. I want people to change people's minds.
Right.
I want us all to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If people can be taught to hate, they can be taught to love.
I know that's right.
And you don't have to do any spectacular things. You can smile at somebody sometime.
Yeah.
That'll help. Or an elderly person like myself, help them across the street or into the car. And a mom with babes, sort of help her while she shops.
Yeah.
There's so many things we can do together
Right.
because we are all going to have to work together or die as fools.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping we'll work together.
Me too, Miss Opal. Me too. Earlier I was, speaking with Madison about the election, and I know that you have seen presidents come through, you've seen governors come through, especially here in Texas. We have so many different legislations that are just kind of all over the place. And like you said, we do need to be on one accord. But I think, hearing from someone as wise as you, sort of emphasize on the importance of why we need to get out and go vote. Just what words of encouragement do you have for people that feel like voting does not matter, or feel like when they go to cast their ballot, it's just, we're just another number, and our voice doesn't really count.
If I'd hear somebody tell me their vote doesn't matter, I'd take them and shake them till they, we have the ability to turn this country around, and all it takes is for us to go and vote.
Absolutely.
And so, I'm offering, if there are young people who will come to me and will work to get out the vote, like knocking on doors,
Right. Old school.
they can get paid. And we don't have but a few more weeks to do it.
I know.
I'm a precinct chair in 1008. I don't know who's in 10. I think I'm in 1019. I used to be in 1008.
Mm-hmm.
But there are 1,000 voters. And I'm wanting to get every single one of them out to vote. So I need some help.
Okay.
Find me. And let's see what I can pay you to knock on those doors.
Come on now. Hey, Ms. Opal said she got the bag. Y'all better come and pull up DFW because we got work to do. Do you hear me? We got work to do. Now, Ms. Dita, look, I know there's a lot of people that are hoping that they can be a part of the Miss Juneteenth next year, 2023. And the preparation is already starting right now, right? Do y'all start like as soon as the pageant is over? I feel like you already getting ready for it.
And we are, matter of fact. So the Miss Juneteenth scholarship program here in DFW is taking registrations now. And we are looking for young ladies ages 15 to 18.
Okay.
And we are going to have a full complement. It's not just about the pageant moment. It is about enriching the lives of the young ladies that participate. And so we will actually get started in January working with the young ladies that apply. But they need to apply now so that we can build the communication, right? So one of the things, again, our co-chairs are here, Anita and Marquita, and what we've been designing is a full complement of activities that, work on not only etiquette, but speech, public service, working on their essays, working on things that will embody them not just for this pageant, but when they go off to college, things that they can do now. And
That is so cool.
Because it's an enrichment program.
Right.
It's not just a beauty pageant. That's the one thing that we stress more than anything
Right.
is that we want the young ladies that participate to actually know their culture, what Juneteenth's about, but that they take something away that will last their lifetime. So we are. So on JuneteenthFTW.com, they can go to the Miss Juneteenth and they'll see a recap of what we did this year.
Nice.
And we're updating it to include Madison's national stage as well. And because when they represent DFW here, they go to represent on the national stage. So that's one of the perks of being Miss DFW. But we're working right now to find our next candidate and delegate for the nationals.
Awesome. And then if we want to come out and volunteer and be a part or even just lend resources to the Miss Juneteenth or just to the Juneteenth family here in the DFW, how can we be a part, or how can organizations reach out and say, hey, you know, we want to get hands-on and help get our hands dirty and do some work?
Thank you for asking, because we are starting now with our committee meetings for not just Miss Juneteenth. We've got the Unity Prayer Service, the Opal's Walk for Freedom, the Empowering You, the Freedom First Barbecue Cook-Off. Because we celebrate.
Cook-off. See, I missed the barbecue cook-off last year. You ain't tell me about that. I missed that one.
Well, so we celebrate Juneteenth the whole month here in DFW.
Right.
And specifically from the 19th of June to the 4th of July.
I know that's right.
So Your Voice Unleashed, which is our fine arts workshop that's free to the kids to participate. All of these things center around understanding the freedoms that we gained and not letting those freedoms be taken away.
Right.
And then empowering the individual to do better. Because when we think about the previously enslaved, when they got the news of emancipation, they had to make decisions.
Right.
What do I do now? I'm free. What does that mean? Where can I go?
You got real fast.
Real fast. And so do I stay here, or do I try and find my family that got taken away from me, right? So we empower. So we have 3 E's. Educate, empower, and entertain. Those are what Unity Unlimited and Juneteenth Fort Worth are all about. And so as we get ready to do it again this year and make it even bigger, we need people to jump on board and help us. And so if they would, give us a call at 682-738-6055 or fill out a volunteer application on the JuneteenthFTW.com website, and we'll get them included.
Very cool. And then, Miss Anita, I wanted to ask, and Marquita as well, do y'all do private coaching? Like, is there room to come and get private coaching, or how does that work out? Because I know some girls like, well, I'm trying to go straight to the top, or, you know, there's levels to it. How does it work out?
So, Jazzy, yes, we do have some private coaching.
Cool.
And one thing about the pageant for Miss Juneteenth, DFW, and we want to really focus on that because it is a great pageant. It is a scholarship pageant. We want everybody to understand it is not a beauty pageant.
It did not feel like a beauty pageant when
Yes.
I was there. I mean, let me just say this. Before the pageant, I got to talk to the former Miss Juneteenth,
Precious.
which is Precious McCoo. And I talked to her briefly on like a StreamYard, but I got to do a full interview with her on Instagram Live, and I was like blown away. I was like, whoa, you know, how old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you? You know, so wise and so elegant. And then upon coming into the pageant and just seeing how everybody operated and how everybody moved backstage, I was like, this is where I want to be. Like, we need more of this. So I think that was even just why I was so excited to bring you all into the studio, because I was like, yo, we got to share this. Like, everybody needs to be a part.
Yeah, we appreciate you bringing us in. And like, you know, talking to Madison, this young woman is amazing. But in the DFW Juneteenth pageant, these young ladies have to write an essay that is judged. They do an onstage question in their evening gown.
Yeah.
They have a personal private interview with the judges. It's all about presentation. It's all about their skills as far as being able to walk and present well.
Right.
So they learn so much. It's not just coming in and doing the pageant that day. We have a full, like Ms. Dion said, we have a full education program that they're going to be attending workshops, learning how to walk, learning how to model, etiquette courses, learning how to dine properly, learning how to speak and have that great eye contact. It's a full package. And any young woman age 15 to 18, please go to the website and fill out that application and come join us, because our classes are getting ready to start now.
All right. Y'all heard what she said. Oh, Ms. Madison, did you want to add any more before we close out?
Oh, sure. So this is, again, to the people who are my age who are like, I don't know if this pageantry is really for me.
Right.
Because, again, it's more about what you're going to get out of this at the end, right?
Yeah.
And so just think about how when you're in college, you're going to have to present. You're going to have to speak to a lot of people. You're going to have to make eye contact and all these other things. And so participating in this pageant allowed me to not only do that, but also to expand my platform beyond DFW and now to a national stage. And that's really important for our young girls to be able to do.
Yeah, one of us wins, we all win. You know what I'm saying? One of us wins, we all win. So thank you so much for coming by, all of you all. And I look forward to the barbecue cook-off at the Juneteenth.
Well, we'll allow you to be a
share.
judge if you want to be a judge, because we got to have lots of judges.
I
We're gonna have
would
lots of.
love to be a judge. You know,
Okay.
they say they don't want to trust a skinny cook, but you can trust a skinny eater.
Okay.
All you gotta do is eat. Okay, let's give it a perfect keep up. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all next year.
Okay.
Okay.